Alright guys, so you saw the full reveal at LMR Cruise In. That was a hell of a day for me. But unfortunately, because we were at the event, I didn't have a lot of time to go through and really show you all the freaking details on the car. And let me tell you, there's a lot. And I'll preface this by saying I'm kind of a minimalist. I don't want a bunch of look at me stuff on the car. So a lot of the details you may or may not have noticed, but we're gonna go through all those today, and I'm gonna show you just how ridiculous this thing come out, because I'm still a little bit speechless. Let's go. So, very first thing up, first question I got was, oh yeah, it's red, it's the same color. It's absolutely not the same color. This color is called Firecracker Red, and it's a Chrysler Corporation color. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the comparison, because you're not gonna freaking believe it. So, my engine cover that I had done back in 2018, this is paint matched to the original color, which was EP Vermilion Red. So, there you go. That's side-by-side comparison. Very, very, very different color. And the very cool thing about this is different ways the light hits the car, you'll pick up orange. It's a very subtle, I'm not sure the camera's hitting it, but yeah, you'll pick up hues of orange here and there. All right, so let's walk around the exterior real quick, and we'll start right up here at the front. This is the LMR LX Grill Delete. I was kind of on the fence about it at first, but now seeing it on the car, I absolutely freaking dig it. Obviously you guys saw the hood way back when I bought it. It's an HO Fiber Trends 4-inch. This is functional to let heat out of the bay, so I don't revisit all the cracking and paint bubbling we had before, because there was no way for the hood to vent out the heat, because the engine bay was shaved and caused all kinds of problems. Also, we're going to need the clearance this hood provides, so 100% function there. All right, so another note, got the quick latches in satin black. Absolutely love these. Don't buy the generic ones, buy the quick latch brand, otherwise you'll be doing the job again and painting your cowl and your hood. But I really dig these things, really flush and subtle. Freaking love them. Now, all right, so up here, you notice anything missing? No wiper, totally shaved and gone. Cowl vent, no other wiper hole, no squirter hole. Everything is perfectly smooth. Adam essentially took one I bought along with the one that was originally on the car and did some surgery, made it all together. You cannot tell it was ever there. Next detail, antenna gone completely. Very, very smooth. And between the antenna and the wipers being gone, this entire area is super smooth. I didn't want to go any farther than that. I still want the car to resemble a stock Fox body with a lot of subtle details, and doing it this way absolutely did that. All right, so moving on back, we've got the body colored mirrors. Now this is Adam's idea here. You can see he painted the mirror to make this all kind of blend with the trim, because all your trim around the doors and the windows are all black. So if you kind of follow that, it makes the mirror blend really well to the car. I love body colored mirrors on Fox bodies. Kind of reminds me of how they did the Terminators. Moving on back, we got the LMR flush mounted door handles, and they are painted body colors. I know there's a lot of people that don't like them, but I don't care. I freaking love them. You know what else I love? Yeah. After years and years of having to do the old Fox body grab, don't have to do that anymore. And then they totally blend with the body lines. These things are freaking amazing. All right, further back down the hole, we got brand new quarter glasses from LMR. These are a sticker because you know the hatchback ones do not come with the text. So that's a sticker. I've posted the link before. A guy on eBay sells them. Just search Mustang quarter window text sticker. It'll pop right up. But done it on two-tone, done it on Pop's car. Never had an issue. Next up, gotta have the classic Steeda Aero spoiler. Guys, this thing, I've always wanted one of these. They're subtle, but aggressive at the same time. Really gives it a cool look, especially from the ass end. I absolutely love it. Thank you again to Tom Clark for finding this freaking wing. I couldn't find them, and people were charging double what they were retail. I paid close to that, but still couldn't find one, even if I wanted to, and he did. So shout out to Tom. Last and final thing, Adams went ahead and smoked my third brake light so it matches the smoked tails. These are my factory tails that have always been in it. He just did the third brake light finally to match. All right, let's dive right in. Finally got rid of those crappy old hood struts that made the hood stand up. Not even gonna mention the brand, but got the Redline Tuning hood struts on it now, so won't have to worry about that anymore. All right, so we'll start up front and just kind of roll back. We've got the tubular bumper support and the tubular lower core support. The lower core support is painted body color. Absolutely fits great and shaved a few pounds off the front. So next up, upper core support. Tons of hours in the upper core support. It's freaking, man, it's so smooth. It's just mind-blowing still, so don't mind me geeking out. Let's go back here just a little bit. As you can see, wiper motor is gone. Essentially everything above the pinch weld, which the pinch weld was trimmed back, everything above the pinch weld is totally amazing. Up top here, you'll notice all the little dimples along the upper frame rail here on top of the inner fender aprons. It's totally flush and smooth now on both sides. Everything flushed in. Freaking amazing. Even flushed in back here. You can still slightly see a seam, but it doesn't stand out like it normally did. Absolutely amazing. So these panels here, obviously this has never been done before. Adam had these completely made and they look ridiculous. Every line is just unreal. Let me turn some light on so you can get a little better look at it. The lines are so tight, it's unreal. Absolutely unreal. Even down here, a lot of times you'll do the Scott rods, you'll have kind of a lip here. This is totally flat, like 2x4 flat. It looks better in person, I'll say that. Before it looked better on camera, now it looks better in person because you can see all the little details that were done. And I'm still a little mind blown. So the story with the strut towers, obviously SLA suspensions are available and becoming available for Fox bodies. I wanted to kind of change the game a little bit, do something different that's never been done with a Fox body, and being as that's essentially impossible, that was one of the only things I could think of to do, and so we did it. And I wasn't sure how it was gonna look, guys, and I'm telling you, when we started thinking about it, I was like, man, I don't know how that's gonna look. Is it gonna look weird? Yeah, it's gonna look weird because we've never seen it before, but that was the hardest call I ever had to make, say, Adam, yeah, cut them off. No going back now. So that's how there's no strut towers on the car. We're going SLA up front. More on that later. All right, so yeah, I did try to throw you guys off about the color, and quite honestly, originally I was gonna paint the car black. Then my buddy Jason, who's got the black 93 LX, said if I paint it black, it'll just look like his car, and I could never get that out of my head after he said that. And he was right. The other reason is I'm a little bit OCD, and when you do a color change, somewhere underneath the car, underneath the carpet, it's still the original color, and I couldn't do that. Adam was ready, and actually he kind of wanted to change the color, but in the end I was like, no, we're gonna go back, but we're gonna go with a different, brighter red. So I basically sat out to find the brightest red I could find. I've always been a fan of performance red, but I didn't actually want to do performance red, and so this color fit the bill perfectly, and I'm still just in shock about it. So had a lot of guys say, why did it take so long? There's several reasons, and I stated this from the very beginning. The car went up to Adam's before he was ready for it. He had a lot of other stuff he had to get done, but we had an opportunity to meet up in Bowling Green to get it up there, and because he lives in Michigan, we went ahead and took that opportunity. We both kind of met halfway, so that was part of it. He wasn't ready to do it. He was still wrapping up other projects. The other part of it was weren't decided on color. Kind of at the last minute, we decided to do the shock towers. I mean, it's just one of those things that it kept kind of spiraling, and here we are. But it was 100% worth it, and I've stressed to you guys time and again, it's okay if it takes a long time if the results are worth it to you. Don't rush shit. You can't rush shit. When you rush stuff, you're gonna be sorry. And guess what? I didn't rush him. I had plenty of other stuff on my plate, as did he, and it got done, and it's back. So if I could tell you guys anything, especially when it comes to doing a project this big, don't rush it. It'll be okay. When it's done, it's done. Just make sure it's done right. So to say I'm over the moon would be accurate. Even still got my Serbinator Auto Designs bolt kit everywhere, which I freaking love. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Drop the hood down again. Them struts are very stiff, but yeah, that's a pretty face. And it's so straight all the way down. So I just really wanted to give you guys a good walkthrough of all the details on the car, because there is a lot. And you know, again, it doesn't scream look at me with a bunch of crazy shit on it, and that was the goal. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to that stuff. I let the hard parts talk for themselves, and that is it. The car is extremely smooth. I probably won't even put 5.0 badges back on it. I forgot to mention the Ford emblem on the back is shaved, so it has absolutely 0 emblems on the car, and it's just smooth, and I dig it. So coming up, I'm gonna have a video for you guys to detail the plan of getting the car back together, which won't take long, other than one part, and we'll talk about that. But it begins. I've got everything here minus one part to get the car back together, and it's kind of a crucial part, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later, and just kind of run you through everything. You get to see this thing back on the road. I cannot wait. Hope you guys love it. Drop me some comments below. What do you think of all the mods, everything we did? If you don't like it, I don't care. I love it. So opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and including this one right here. So hope you guys enjoy this. Lots of content coming for Road Warrior 3.0. I'll catch you on the next one.